Hey friends, Newcastle seal a £55 million move for Forest's Anthony Elanga, while Liverpool make an emotional first in club history, retiring Diogo Jota's shirt number following his tragic passing. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace are set to battle UEFA in court after being booted from next season's Europa League. You've just tuned in to another packed edition of Inside Football News, your go-to hub for the biggest stories, bold moves, and emotional moments in the beautiful game. Before we kick off, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and join our squad of die-hard football fans. Alright, let's get straight into it. Manchester United have joined Newcastle and Tottenham in the race to sign Giorgio Scalvini from Atalanta. The Italian defender is highly rated, and his transfer fee could rise to £50 million. Manchester United and Juventus have agreed on a £17.3 million deal for Jadon Sancho. It marks a significant loss for United, who paid £73 million in 2021. Sancho rejected a £200,000 per week Chelsea deal after a loan spell there. Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca confirmed Noni Madueke is close to joining Arsenal. The £52 million move could be announced today, with the winger expected to be unveiled imminently as a new Gunners signing. Arsenal are close to securing a new contract for Ethan Nwaneri. Despite exit speculation, Fabrizio Romano reports the teenager will stay after the Gunners presented a vision of future playing time and development. Morgan Gibbs-White was omitted from Forest's squad for their first friendly amid his expected £60 million move to Tottenham. Forest are delaying the deal while exploring legal action following Spurs triggering a secret release clause. Manchester United may struggle to land Bryan Mbeumo as Brentford are financially boosted by Christian Norgaard's £10 million Arsenal move and Yoane Wissa's potential £40 million sale. This reduces pressure to sell Mbeumo for £60 million. Victor Gyökeres wants Premier League revenge after failing to play for Brighton. Arsenal are £4.3 million short of Sporting's £69 million asking price. The striker has refused training as he pushes for a move to England. Manchester United are in talks to sign 16-year-old Seth Ridgen, Fulham, and Tyrese Nubasi, Man City. Ridgen captains England U17s, while Nubasi is leaving City after limited opportunities, having joined from Leicester for £1 million. Anthony Elanga has officially joined Newcastle from Nottingham Forest in a £55 million deal. The Swedish winger signed a 5-year contract after Toon failed to sign him last year and saw a £45 million bid rejected. Fenerbahce are closing in on Arsenal's Leandro Trossard and PSG's Marco Asensio, who spent last season at Aston Villa. They're also targeting Archie Brown from Gent, facing competition from AC Milan for the defender. Tottenham are still targeting Brentford striker Yoane Wissa. Spurs have bid £20 million, but Brentford want £50 million. Selling both Wissa and Mbeumo seems unlikely, as Man United also pursue the latter this summer. Chelsea have set a £100 million price tag on Nicholas Jackson, despite earlier exit rumors. With João Pedro not seen as an out-and-out striker, Chelsea now see Jackson as crucial and unlikely to sell. Galatasaray's £60 million bid for Victor Osimhen was rejected, with Napoli demanding £65 million. The failed move could open the door for Premier League clubs to make a fresh approach for the Nigerian forward. Enzo Maresca confirmed that Noni Madueke chose to leave Chelsea of his own accord. The manager stated no one pushed him out, adding, "If he's happy, we're happy," ahead of his Arsenal switch. Manchester United are delaying Alvaro Carreras' move from Benfica to Real Madrid. The Spanish fullback awaits clearance as United must confirm they won't trigger a buyback clause, stalling his transfer. Burnley have completed the permanent signing of Jakob Brun Larsen from Strasbourg. The Danish forward returns to Turf Moor, following a successful spell, and becomes the club's latest acquisition this summer. Bayern Munich are interested in Liverpool's Luis Diaz. Sky Germany reports they're preparing a long-term contract offer through 2029 or 2030. Diaz would consider a move if the financial terms are favorable. Noni Madueke has received permission to undergo a medical with Arsenal. The Chelsea winger is on the verge of a £52 million transfer to the Gunners, according to Sky Sports. Tottenham have signed Mohamed Kudus from West Ham for £55 million on a 6-year deal. They've also triggered Morgan Gibbs-White's £60 million release clause, with the Forest star expected to undergo a medical within 24 hours. Jordan Henderson will join Brentford on a 2-year deal after leaving Ajax as a free agent. The 35-year-old aims to return to the Premier League to boost his England hopes for the 2026 World Cup. Medical is set for this weekend. Manchester United could return for Everton's Jared Branthwaite next summer. The £70 million release clause in his new contract becomes active after the 2025-26 season. United had 2 bids rejected before he signed a 5-year extension. Nottingham Forest have signed Brazilian defender Jair Cunha from Botafogo on a contract until 2030. Forest hailed the 20-year-old's potential and ambition as he prepares to make his mark in the Premier League. Luka Modric bid farewell to Real Madrid after 13 years following a 4-0 loss to PSG in the Club World Cup semi-final. The 39-year-old, who won a record 28 trophies in 597 games, called Madrid his second home and vowed to remain a Madridista forever. Endrick has re-injured his right hamstring, delaying his return to action for Real Madrid. Initially hurt in May, the 18-year-old was training in Florida, but suffered a setback, ruling him out of the Club World Cup. He has started just 8 of 37 games this season. Real Madrid have secured a deal with FIFA to host the 2030 World Cup final at the Santiago Bernabeu. The tournament, co-hosted by Spain, Portugal, and Morocco, will mark the first time 3 nations share the honor. Perez and Infantino finalized the deal in the US. Marcus Rashford is open to a 40% wage cut to join Barcelona. The Catalans prefer a loan due to financial constraints, but Manchester United insist on a mandatory purchase clause worth over £40 million. Talks are ongoing, and Rashford remains keen after a tough season at Old Trafford. Barcelona will honor Lionel Messi with a tribute match during the full-capacity reopening of the renovated Spotify Camp Nou in 2026-27. Messi has agreed to participate in the event, which aims to give him the emotional farewell he never received after leaving in 2021. Crystal Palace have been moved to the Conference League after failing UEFA's multi-club ownership rules. Despite winning the FA Cup, Lions' successful appeal meant Palace couldn't share the Europa League. Nottingham Forest will take their spot, pending any further appeals by Palace. Rodrygo is committed to staying at Real Madrid even with limited minutes under Xabi Alonso. The 24-year-old hasn't been told he's for sale despite a reduced role in the Club World Cup. Alonso called his absence a tactical decision, not a transfer indicator. Bournemouth have agreed a £25 million deal with Chelsea to sign goalkeeper Georgi Petrovic. The 25-year-old, who starred on loan at Strasbourg last season, will undergo a medical next week and sign a 5-year contract. He was previously left out of Chelsea's Club World Cup squad. Chelsea captain Reece James dismissed PSG's favourites label ahead of their Club World Cup final clash. Confident in his side's chances, James emphasized preparation and analysis over hype, saying Chelsea aimed to surprise on the big stage, despite PSG's treble-winning dominance. La Liga president Javier Tebas has dismissed Real Madrid's request to delay the league's start, citing the need for more recovery time after the Club World Cup. Tebas cited that no other leagues adjust for teams like PSG or Chelsea and called the one-day difference negligible. Louis van Gaal revealed he is now free from prostate cancer, 3 years after his diagnosis. The former Netherlands coach shared the update during a Dutch TV appearance, saying his health is improving with regular checkups and he's becoming fitter and fitter. Stefano Pioli returns to Fiorentina as head coach, signing a contract through June 2028. The former player and previous manager of the club was praised by President Rocco Commisso for his passion and strong values, calling it a meaningful homecoming. If you're enjoying the updates so far, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Now, moving on to the main news. Crystal Palace will appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, after being removed from next season's Europa League by UEFA. The issue stems from ownership links. John Textor's company, Eagles Football Holdings, has stakes in both Palace and Lyon, both of whom qualified for the Europa League, creating a potential conflict. UEFA awarded a Europa League spot to Lyon, a club with €400 million in debt that was in danger of getting relegated from League One. Palace, meanwhile, are furious, as they have no financial fair play violations and earned their Europa League place by winning the FA Cup. The Premier League side insists Textor has no decisive influence at the club and argues the decision undermines competition integrity. Textor is on track to sell his share in Palace, but the deal was not completed before the March 1st deadline. The appeal to CAS could be fast-tracked, with the Europa League draw scheduled for August. In other news, Liverpool have confirmed they have officially retired number 20, which will forever be associated with Diogo Jota. The Portuguese forward wore this shirt for 5 years at Anfield, before an untimely death last week. The number will be retired across all levels, including LFC Women and Academy. As a club, we were all acutely aware of the sentiment of our supporters, and we felt exactly the same way, said Michael Edwards, FSG CEO of football. It was vitally important to us to involve Diogo's wife, Ruth, and his family in the decision, and to ensure they were the first to know of our intention. I believe this is the first time in Liverpool Football Club's history that such an honor has been bestowed upon an individual. Therefore, we can say this is a unique tribute to a uniquely wonderful person. By retiring this squad number, we are making it eternal and therefore never to be forgotten. Diogo joined us in 2020. He won us number 20, and he wore with honor, distinction, and affection the number 20. As far as Liverpool Football Club is concerned, he will be forever our number 20. Hey friends, that's it for today. But remember, our journey is not complete without you. Your passion, your insights, and your support are what make this community thrive. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest football news, transfers, and match analyses.